So, our latest quiz, can you name the grounds of the Premier League? Now, this might be a little bit more difficult purely for the fact that a few of the teams do like to change the names of the stadiums. For example, Newcastle has always been St James's Park. It changed to the Sports Direct Stadium. So let's see how that goes and let's see what answers they will recognise. So, seeing as we just did Newcastle, let's see if St James. Yeah, they did change it back to St James Park, from what I remember. So let's go back to Arsenal. Obviously, they were at Highbury until around 2006 time. Now they're at the Emirates Stadium. Now Bournemouth, I think they're at Dean Court, and I'm sure there's another name for it, but let's put Dean Court in. That's what it's recognised as. Brighton and Hove Albion, the Amex Stadium. I thought. Or have I spelled that wrong? The Amex. I'll be interested to see what that was. I was sure that was the Amex Stadium. Maybe I've got it mixed up. Burnley, it is Turf Moor. Chelsea, of course, very famous Stamford Bridge. Surprised they've not made any stadium expansions in recent years because it's still a low capacity for such a big club. Not much over 40,000 from what I remember. Crystal Palace, Selhurst Park. Everton, Goodison Park, and there is a proposition for them to be moving stadiums not too far away from where they are now. I can't remember what it was going to be called, but that's where they are now. Huddersfield. Now, I'll have to come back to that. My mind's gone blank. Leicester, they were at the Walkers Stadium. I don't think it's called that now. It is King Power Stadium, that's it. The King Power Stadium, but obviously it recognises the Walkers Stadium as well. Liverpool, very famously, Anfield. Manchester City, the Etihad Stadium. And it was called the City of Manchester Stadium before that. And before that, it was Main Road. I think the last season was 2002-03. I think. Manchester United, Old Trafford, of course. Southampton, St Mary's. And before that, it was for Dell. Maybe it's not St Mary's now. Oh, it is. Just spelled it wrong. Okay, Stoke for Bet365 Stadium. Now, it was called. I can't remember what it was called before that when they were first in the Premier League, Stoke City. Maybe you can tell me in the comments section. Swansea for Liberty Stadium. Tottenham Hotspur. They're at Wembley this season, but it was White Hart Lane. Watford, Vicarage Road. West Bromwich Albion for Hawthorns, and West Ham, of course, the Olympic Stadium. Before London Stadium, before that it was the Bowling Ground, Upton Park. So we've got two left with under 4 minutes, and it's Brighton and Huddersfield for two teams that have been promoted this season. So that's no surprise to me, and I won't be surprised if I can't get them in the next 3.5 minutes. I was certain it was called the Amex Stadium. How else could you spell it? The Amex. Brighton and Hove Albion for Seagulls. Not going to be Seagull Stadium or Huddersfield. For John Smith Stadium, of course. That's just come into my head. No, it's not. Have I got that mixed up with something else? For John Smith's Stadium? Again, let me know in the comments if I've got that mixed up with another one. Brighton and Huddersfield. Let's stay with Brighton, the Amex Stadium. I'm trying to think when they come on to Match of the Day and they say he is Steve Bauer or whoever it is, and we are at the stadium. I was sure it was the Amex Stadium. And we've got over 2 minutes. Huddersfield, not the John Smith Stadium. And what can it be? They beat Manchester United 2-1 at the stadium. Could be one of these sponsored names like Bet365 or King Power. Wembley, Selhurst Park. I think I may have to admit defeat here, because I was certain. I can't think of what else Brighton Stadium is called, or maybe I'll be kicking myself when it comes up. Maybe not. But to avoid this video being any more boring, I know I'm not going to get them, so let's give up now. And I have to admit, I would never have got them for Falmer Stadium, and Kirklees Stadium. I have never heard of those names. Let me know if you knew those names, because I certainly didn't. But I still got 90%, 18 out of 20. I did expect to get more, but only because after seeing the answers, I'm happy with 18 out of 20. But before the quiz, I would have expected to get them all, but not meant to be. Again, let me know in the comment section if you knew the names of Brighton, Hove Albion and Huddersfield Town stadiums, and if you knew them and you're not a fan of either of the clubs. So I'll be interested to see what you think, and I'll see you all again soon.